In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on direct perception in contrast to what is more linear thinking, as direct perception is more of this open process, yet is often also addressing complexity. Complexity that perception, as it's operating without much effort or thought, is often way too simple and does not simplify, leaving vague affects without meaning to them, which we have to engage higher order complex cognition to be able to develop the meaning interpretations, calibrations of accurate, correct, objective, functional, and meaningful properties can be cultivated within the meaningful utterances of thought as we're processing internalizations of meaningful information from prior existing inputs of sensors that are sending meaningful information to our preceptors and direct and indirect precepts of self, that there are voluntary outputs within the self and surrounds internalized within thought as we're developing direct perception in association with those sensory experiences and developing perspective in association with that, only in regards to effortful self-conducted learning, and leave agencia to engage specific perception, action, and or behavior to develop that learning, such as the written and recorded well-defined word and writing out a definition, and also writing out several definitions and then connecting those ideas in different manners of approach. That could be not just writing, it could be also having a conversation with the self, monologuing. It could be going out and taking a course on the material, taking a test online if you can find one, or a course online, to be able to see if you have retained that material. Also to engage in different questions another might ask that you could respond to in novel ways with your own words and capacity to include that within your dynamical phraseology. This is moving from the vagueness of our direct perceptions to engaging complexity that engages the simplification of complex information that allows the easier to access knowledge within the priors existing, that we develop as an ongoing process that cultivates the meaningful information within different semantic processes and behaviors of which we engage our perception, action, and or behavior in association with very different dynamical, meaningful pathways of association operating within the dynamical structuring mind, in which we're engaging meaningful information absorptions of the sets of information that are being transduced and then translated within our direct perceptions as we're engaging perception-dependent learning, and also the highest organization of organizing meaningful information to information processes dentro mente corpo conexados that regard our higher order cognition, allowancing for the development of categorical processes in association with perception-dependent learning, that we can engage meaningful utterances of thought in thinking. And thinking is difficult and a easier to access knowledge regarding specific perception, action, and behavior in minds of the learned mind body, not of that who has no prior existing record or written and recorded records of well-defined terminologies and novel as a new and different creative, innovative perception, action, and or behavior that they can reliably develop the neuronal pathways in association with those perception, action, and behavior as it's been developed into transcripts within the mind, body, and self, not just merely perceived or thought of as so, actual, factual, meaningfully, some transformations of mind and body, expanders of self-conduct, the perception, action, and behavior that allowance for easier access to knowledge to whom has engaged in that voluntary suffering and uptaken responsibilities, in contrast to those who have not, and also develop the positive, meaningful emotions in association with that and intrinsic motivations that would allow easier access to knowledge regarding that, and capacity to engage more creatively as well as innovatively and or inventively with specific perception, action, and behavior, as we're able to access a wider, faster range and depth of learning material with an ongoing conscious direct perceptions. So I want to say for this video, hope you have an awesome one. Keep developing those episodes.